Welcome back, Portal Masters. SCL Matt here for another night of SCL Auctions. It's Friday night. It's auction night. We had our private auctions yesterday on Thursday. Today, Friday, public auctions. And we get to see what happens with these here auctions. Mizuno, welcome to the chat. Glad to see you here. Things are going well. Skylanders addiction, your wallet is still in pain. I understand. That can be a problem for some. Especially after big weeks at auctions or at the shop or whatever else you might be buying. Might not even be related to Skylanders and SCL. But we do the best we can to keep things reasonable. Sometimes these auctions can get a little bit out of hand. But that's why they're fun to watch, right? That's why we come here every week. Oiler Tom, glad to see you here. It is related to SCL. Oh, yeah. Well, you are in charge of your wallet, so I'll leave that up to you. If it needs to take a break this week and take the week off, I totally understand. But yeah, we're gonna have some fun here. We got some auctions. We got some. You empty your wallets willingly. Mizuno, I love that. I love that. We empty our wallets willingly. I guess I can get on board with that. If this is what you want to spend your money on, I'm not gonna stop you. I guess I can't really stop you unless I just refund all your orders or something. That would be weird. That'd be a really weird level of customer service. Like, I know you don't have money to spend on Skylanders, so I'm going to return everything you try to spend. In the end, that would just end up costing me a lot of money. Because every time I have to do a refund, I still get charged the processing fees. Kind of sucks, but it's part of running the business. Oh yeah. I did see you post about that. Yeah, you got your Crypt King this week in the middle of the week. Fair enough. Yeah, that VIP discount. That VIP discount is the way to go. 20% off every order. It doesn't get much better than that. Like I feel I already try to have decent prices. And then if you're a VIP, you get 20% off on top of it. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. Martin, Skylander Gamer TV, Ferret, welcome. Glad to have you here. But let's see what have we got up for auction this week. See if we can take these in order. So the first item that will be ending tonight is actually going to be that Purple Lip Chill, which does have a bid at $10 there. $7.35 is going to be the Swap Force starter pack for the Wii U. That currently has a bid at $15. $7.40 is another Giants Battle Arena, that nice display piece that seems to be very popular among the people here. The first one sold, well, actually had to go to the second buyer, I think, last time, but yeah, it seems to be a popular piece. Currently at $19 this week. $7.45 gives us the Lightcore Bumble Blast in the box that trickled down from the private auctions. $7.50 is same deal with candy coated chopscotch at has a bid at $15. Oh, Lightcore Bumble Blast has a couple of bids that is up to $8.50 right now. Then $7.55 is everything else. We have our Mistletoe Dive Clops at $4. Wallop, a few damage figures here. Wallop still needs a bid. We got Wildfire has a bid at $3. It was the Elemental sticker sheet at $1.50. Egg-sided Thrillipede at $6.50. Enigma at $14.50. Mystical Bad Juju and Buckshot do not have bids yet. Power Blue Trigger Happy has a bid at 15. And then our big item this week is Halloween Fright Rider, currently up at 45.50. 45.50. Uh, interesting. I didn't know if anybody would be interested in listening to that type of stuff. But yes, I was recently on another podcast um, with Pat Flynn, big online business guy that I've been following for years. Um, and I went on one of his shows. I've been on a few of his shows actually over the years. Um, Skylander Gamer TV, were you talking? I'm assuming you were talking about the one that just released yesterday. So that was Ask Pat 2.0. Um, the most recent episode of Ask Pat is about some of my struggles with Skylanders and seeing what to do with the business. So that'll give you some idea. I'm sticking around Skylanders. Is what it comes down to. Is I'm going all in with Skylanders and making this happen. So, um, yeah. Ferret, you can technically buy stuff. You just have to have a third party intermediate. So I will put my let's get this link ready. Every week, got to show someone. Um, I do actually have a lot of international customers, and it seems like getting new international customers every week. But you can't order directly from me right now. But what happens is I'll post this link here. It's a short 2-minute video um, that outlines the process that most of my international customers use. Um, with Stackery, the company that I mentioned in the video. There are other options out there. I do have customers that use other options, um, but I know a number of people in Canada that have used Stackery, and it seems to work. So, um, the main thing is international shipping is very expensive, so make sure you factor that in. It doesn't always make sense to buy from me. You can probably find stuff cheaper elsewhere once you factor in shipping, but that's the way to go about it. So, Earthen Avenger. Yeah, let's go. We're ready for those auctions. I mean, they are going. We're just sitting here watching them. This feels like the early days of Twitch. Let's just watch someone watch something else. See how meta we can get. Martin, you are my ambassador for merchandise. Yeah, if anyone's interested in picking up SCL merch, you can, I mean, it's literally sclmerch.com. I'll put that link down there too. I think I saw that banner for it and I can put up here. There we go. sclmerch.com. Got hats, t-shirts, notepads, water bottles, mouse pads, I have a whole bunch of stuff over there. It's print on demand. That's like I haven't seen a huge demand from my community for merchandise, so I'm just gonna put it as print on demand for now. If someday we find out that there is people do actually are actually buying that type of merchandise and we can settle on some design and such, then maybe we can uh work that into more of like a store item or something like that. But right now it just doesn't make sense money wise. Like I would have to pay someone. Um, well, I mean, we have some designs obviously, but I'd have to pay to get the shirts made or whatever, and we'd have to decide on an item first. whether it's a shirt or a hat or whatever. And then there's always minimum orders, and that costs, there's setup fees and it's just, it gets very expensive very quickly without any guaranteed return on my end, is what it comes down to. So that's why I haven't gone any farther into it yet. But let's see. I think we may have some movement on some of these items over here. So our mistletoe dive clubs, yeah, $4. Light core bumble blast at $8.50. Chopscotch at $15.50. That may have gone up a little bit. Wallop still needs a bid. Wildfire at $3. Stickers at $1.50. Thrillipede at $6.50. Enigma at $14.50. Mystical Bad Juju and Buckshot still without a bid. Power Blue Trigger Happy at $15.50. Purple Lip Chill at $10. Starter Pack at $15. Giants Battle Arena at $19. And Halloween Fright Rider has gone up to $55. $55.50. There we go. $55.50. Up another $10 there. That's cool. We'll see if it lasts. We'll see if it lasts. If it's going to keep going up all night. That one may. We sold one of those, I don't know, a couple months ago. I'm pretty sure it went higher than that. But yeah, Martin, thank you for those reminders. Yes, I do often forget to promote the merchandise. So got to do what you got to do. Bryson, welcome. Glad to see you here. If anybody has any questions about the auctions in general or the specific items up for auction tonight, feel free to ask. This is the time to do so before the auctions end. But yeah, otherwise we're just here to have fun, talk Skylanders, and see what happens at auction. I don't know if I have any big. Oh, I should mention too. I'll mention here now. While I have people here, and we'll mention it again as the night goes on, I'm sure. But next week I'm kind of taking off, so we're not going to have any live streams next week. There won't be any auctions next week. And I don't think there will be a major shop update on Saturday. There will be a few minor updates throughout the week. Maybe like Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing. We'll have to test out and see what happens. But like we've been getting the minor bonus updates on Wednesdays recently. You'll get a few more of those throughout the week to kind of make up for it. But yeah, I am going to be away for most of the week doing other stuff. So yeah, not going to have the usual live streams and auctions and stuff next week. Bryson, not anything you're going for this week, just hanging out. Hey, I appreciate that. This is what we do. This is one of the two regular live streams I have during the week. So there you go. Martin, have I checked out Pirate Dad's new? No, I have not. I have not. Interesting. Is it an April Fool's video? I'm not always a fan of those. If you noticed, I did not put anything out specific for today. I tend to stay away from those type of videos, but yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while, so we'll have to check that out. Ignite the fire. Speaking of April Fools, he pretended to retire from making Skylanders content. Yeah. Well done. Well done. Thanks for stopping by, though. I haven't seen you here in a while. So, yeah, thanks for stopping in, and have a good night if you have to leave soon. So, yeah, I haven't. I've been trying to keep up with other people's Skylanders content a little bit more. I still don't check like every day, but I've been better at getting to it a few times a week to catch up with things. I know Avenger just put out a few videos earlier this week. His Skylanders prank phone call videos. Those were amusing. And he's actually quite good at some of those impressions. Um, are there any in-game variants that I prefer over the original? Good question. There's not many, not many. Um, I think I would have to go with my favorite in-game variant, Quick Draw Rattle Shake. That one, that might be better than the original. It really might. But generally speaking, I like the originals better. Like, there's a reason that that was their original color scheme and not the variant. So I maybe like Royal Double Trouble. That's a really good one too. But I mean, most of them, like I'm not a fan of legendaries. I don't usually care for the dark Skylanders. Um, and like the Easter ones, like the springtime, trigger happy, and that type of thing. I don't know. It makes them a little bit more fun, I guess, but I wouldn't say that I like them better. Ooh, maybe some of the Christmas ones though. Although, do I like them better than the original? No. Even then, like Jolly Bumble Blast is a great figure, but I think Bumble Blast was pretty good to begin with. Ooh, there you go. King Cobra Cadabra, yes, is also good. Igniter better as a legendary? Maybe. But yeah, Royal Double Trouble. Okay. Yep, I can see that. Bryson agrees with that too. Ooh, Ignite the Fire. There you go. Aurora by herself in the plain white is a little, well, it's plain. It's very plain. It's very basic. And so yeah, that solar flare to actually give her some flair. It's yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. I like that. Jindigo, welcome. Auctions looking good tonight. I think so. We almost have bids on everything. Not quite, unless it's changed in the past 5 minutes, which we'll check on in just a moment. Bryson, yes, I agree. The Christmas Stormblade is gorgeous, but that's not an in-game variant. If that was an in-game variant, I think that would just about hands down get my vote. Um, yeah, that would be better than anything else we've been talking about, I think. But unfortunately, that's actually a chase variant. So yeah, yeah. If only that were an in-game variant, that would be great. Although that'd be really mean to make a employee edition in-game variant. That would have been rough. Ooh, Evolve Blastertron. Ooh, yeah. If you count like the evolved villains, although I I don't think most of the evolved villains are better either. I think the originals are usually better. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's do a quick checkup here on the auctions. See where we're at. See if anything's changed. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Yeah, I think everything's about the same here. We're still looking for bids for Wallop, Mystical Bad Juju, and Buckshot. Once again, I'm surprised those Imaginators haven't gotten bids yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, the Giants Battle Arena is going up again, up to 2050. And Halloween Fright Rider still sitting at 5550. Yeah, Jindigo, you're right. The damaged mystery boxes have been selling quite well. I am very, very shocked at how regularly they've been selling. And like every time I put more up, like I just put 3 more up this week and 2 of them sold already. So yeah, getting those figures good homes. Absolutely. I mean, around here they're just sitting in boxes, piling up, collecting dust. Um, and it's sad because they still work in game. Like they they're just the unfortunate result of either pets or poor shipping. Um, but yeah, we'll have to see if we can keep those going. I mean, that my number of damage figures is definitely down from what it used to be, but I still get more every week. Like we just unboxed a bunch of figures tonight, and I think I came up with like a dozen more damaged figures. So the those numbers will be in flux for a long time. Let's see. Ignite the Fire got Miss Cool Bad Juju very early into your career. Nostalgic figure. There you go. Yeah, I agree. Mystical Bad Juju is a very good looking variant as well. Um, there's one you could argue is almost better than the original too. Whereas I think Mystical Tycoon Crow looks awful with just like almost purely black and red. You need that white to highlight, and Mystical Bad Juju I think does that spectacularly. If you get the black, white, and red, and it looks so good, so good. But yeah, that one's up there for sure. Just got Series 2 Slam Bam Prison Break. Awesome. Glad to hear they arrived safely. Thanks for the order. Thanks for joining the stream. Checks Game and Meme Center. Bryson got one of those battle arenas for free. Just had to pay shipping. Nice. I've been surprised they've been going for so much too. But I mean the last one we had sold for like 24, $25, and we had like 7 people bidding on it. Like that's what surprised me the most is like we had a bunch of people bidding on it. Um like tonight even we already have 3 people bidding on it. So 3 individual people with multiple bids. So there's definitely some demand for it. So that's cool. Oh yeah, Ignite the Fire. It's awful. I've had to deal with some heartbreak there for sure. Um Like, we've had damaged Robo before. Um, have I had a damaged Chompy Mage? I don't maybe not Chompy Mage. Well, we've had damaged Jingle Bell Chompy Mage. Um, thankfully, like, a lot of figures like Wildstorm and Chaos and stuff like that are harder to break, and we don't see them as often, but still. Yeah, Jindigo. I do think the number of damaged figures is actually going down. I mean, think about it, like, this week I sent out, like, 3 boxes, so that's, like, 90 figures. So, I don't think I got 90 damaged figures this week, so I think the numbers are going down. It's still gonna I still probably have a few hundred, like, that's the crazy part is I probably had closer to, like, 3, 4, 500 damaged figures, and I didn't realize just how many I had. Fan, what are my thoughts on the 3DS games? I enjoy them. It's been years since I've played them. I should go back and play them. Um, but I love that they're different than the standard games. Like if anybody hasn't played the 3DS games and you have a 3DS, you should definitely pick up those games because they're it's a completely different storyline than the standard games. So it gives you more content to go through. I love that. Ignite Fire. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Would love to get Blastertron. Cheese God. Like, nice cheese head there. Love it. Um, can't see mine now. It's not on camera anymore. But same. There you go. Anyway, um, yeah, Blastertron. He's just too expensive. Unfortunately, I think figures like that are kind of in demand, a little bit hard to find. Imaginators, like they're only going to get more expensive as we go along. So I think they're going to get harder to find and just kind of keep going up in price, if anything. Hopefully, they just kind of hold steady, but we'll see. Ooh, yeah, Mizuna, I agree. The damage to clear Starcast, the most heartbreaking. Yeah, that was rough. That was very, very, very rough. How do I get hands on rare figures like Robo and Chompy Mage? I just buy them in lots that people are selling. That's all it is. That's all I'm doing is buying large lots on eBay, Facebook, all the online marketplaces out there, and that's what I do. I buy some collections privately too that sometimes have those figures in, but yeah. Star Wars team. What's sus about the timing of the stream? It's the same time every week. Like I understand it's April 1st, but that's just because April 1st happened to fall on a Friday. And Friday 7 p.m. though, that's I go live every week. There's nothing sus about that. Bryson, there you go. Awesome. He needs to be a little older before we start playing. I don't know. I don't know. I have a 4-year-old niece who's starting to play. And I've heard his kids as young as 3 back in the day were theoretically playing Skylanders. I don't know how good they were at it, but as soon as they can hold that controller, kids pick this stuff up pretty quick. But yeah, there you go. I like that. Get them started young. Are the storylines different on other platforms as well as 3DS? No. So the main consoles, the Wii, Wii U, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, those storylines are all the same. It's just the 3DS. The 3DS version of Skylanders was always made by a different studio. Usually, I think Beanox did most of those. I'd have to double check that to see if they actually did all of them. But yeah, it was a different studio, and so they were free to make their own storyline. Do I have the Super Bowl 45 champion set? Yeah, yeah, of course I do. Yeah, I got all my Packers hats. Don't worry. I unfortunately never got the one from '97. I was much younger then and wasn't into buying all that stuff back then. But what do I do with paint chips? Hold on, just a minute. We'll get to some more questions. We're just about the end of the first auction here. 7:30. What I say? Purple Lip Chill is actually ending now. All right, Purple Lip Chill ended. Someone got a nice cheap one and got $10 there. 7:35. So we're 5 minutes away from the starter pack, the Swap Force starter pack for Wii U, brand new inbox, still sealed. Currently going for $15. Then at 7:40, so 10 minutes from now, we have that Giants Battle Arena, which is currently up to $20.50. And then what did I say? 7:45 is Light Core Bomba Blast up to $9.50. Candy coated chopscotch is up to 2050. That goes at 750, and then everything else at 755. Um, so we got mistletoe dive clops at $4. Wallop got a bid now at $3. Wildfire at $3. The stickers at $1.50. Egg sided Thrill Pete at 650. Enigma up to 15. Mystical Bad Juju still does not have a bid. Buckshot is at 12. Power Blue Trigger Happy at 1550. And Halloween Fright Rider up to 5550. All right. What do I do with paint chips? A lot of viewers have them and it really irks you. I mean, personally, I don't do anything. I I'm not a I don't mess with paint. I don't mess with customizing. Um, Depending on what figure and where like if you're saying like there's missing paint, is that where you're getting at? Um, you could definitely try to touch them up. If you try to, I mean, but then you have to try to match paint colors and stuff, and that gets tricky too. Unless you want to repaint the entire figure. So I mean, you could do something about that. You could just try. I mean, yeah, there's not really a lot you can do other than like buying another figure. But that's going to happen with older figures that have been handled a lot. That paint's just going to wear off eventually. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, April 1st, always sus. SCL Jillian in the house. There you go. SCL Jillian is always sus. Always sus when she shows up for live streams. But welcome, Jillian. Glad to see you here. Saving your money for Dark Supercharger starter pack. Oof. Especially on Amazon, that's going to be overpriced if you ask me. But if that's the only place you can find one, I understand. Trying to get a base Trilipede, but it's hard to find them. And when I do, they're so expensive. Yes, Mizuno, you're right. We just sold Trilipede at auction. Was that just last week? Or was that 2 weeks ago? No, maybe that was just last week. But yeah, Green Bean, we just sold one here at auction. It went for, I think, 150. So I mean that just tells you the state of where things are right now. Unfortunately, it didn't get a proper release here in the US, and so they're just going to be expensive. There's no way around that. A few years ago, you could maybe get one for 30, 40, $80. Nowadays, it looks like they're headed upwards of 100. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But he is a fun figure. I mean, if you have Egg-Sided Thrillipede, you can at least experience the figure and see how he plays. But yeah, getting your hands on the base figure is unfortunately going to be tough without spending a lot. Skylander Gamer TV, good luck with that. Yeah, the Cowboys have not had a lot of luck. Green Bean, a Buccaneers fan. Well, if Courtney's here, Courtney's a Buccaneers fan as well. We won't kick you out, but yeah, no, I'm not. I actually have a lot of friends that are Bucks fans. Come to think of it, many of them were Bucks fans before Green Bay or before Brady. What am I talking about? Is there anything to do about bends? Yes. So the best thing you can do about that is essentially bend it backwards. And if you want to apply a little bit of heat, low heat, like from a hair dryer or something like that. Um, so start applying some low heat to it and just like overcorrect it basically, and then remove the heat. And when it kind of sets again, it'll be more in the proper position. Like that's all you can really do. A little bit of heat and bending, basically trying to undo what happened in the first place. But yeah, heating it up will kind of, I mean, not melt it. And that's why I'm saying you want low heat. But it'll make the plastic a little more moldable and then when it cools off, it'll kind of freeze and harden in place. Yeah. Bryson, before we go to with the enemy light core pop fizz, um, no Swap Force PS4 light core pop fizz. I don't think I have this week, Bryson. But I may have one coming in next week. So keep an eye out for that. Um, but yeah, I don't think we have that one this week. There may be one next week. Pi Magna, welcome. Also, I love this sequence of events here. I have arrived. I am offended. I 100% understand that I am offended was once intended for me, but me reading the comments here and seeing I have arrived, I am offended. The interaction here between Pi Magna and SCL Jillian makes me chuckle a little bit. But welcome, Pi Magna. Glad to have you here. Ooh, going Lego hunting tomorrow. Obsession's in town. Glad to see it. Received your package. Very happy with transaction. Ever keeping the item safe during shipping. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Jillian. We've had some bad luck with USPS recently, and so we are taking some extra cautions with some of the more expensive items that we're shipping nowadays. Um, so yeah, the patina shield striker looks great. Awesome, awesome. All right, auctions are ending. I'm not paying attention. We're past 7:35. So that is the end for the starter pack. Goes for $15. Someone gets a nice cheap starter pack this week. $15 there. We are 3 minutes away from the Giants Battle Arena going currently at 2050. 2050 for the Battle Arena there. And then 745 is going to be Light Core Bumble Blast currently at 950. 750 is going to be Candy Coated Chopscotch at 2050. And most other things here are about the same. Wildfire is up to 350. Mystical Bow Juju still needs a bid. And everything else I think is the same for now. Back to the chat, back to the questions, back to the community. Love talking to you guys. So how do I practice very fragile figures like Hex or Trigger Happy? Figures that are very prone to breaking. So, okay, this is the thing. These figures break because people just toss them in a box with zero padding and they pile 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds of Skylanders on top of them. And so when there's no padding in there and things can rattle around in a box, that's when those limbs snap. But when we pack them, not only do we have bubble wrap in there, not only do we make sure things can't shift around when they're being shipped, when the USPS just throws them in their truck and throws them on your porch and whatnot. But we're also not packing 20 pounds of Skylanders into a box. At least not for most of you, maybe for some of you. But most of the time, when you order 6 figures and that's all we have to put in the box, like if we put a hex in there, it's not going to get crushed. And so it's not going to break. So it's not nearly as much of a problem shipping from me to you, or I should say from Jillian to you. But it's more of a problem when I'm buying the lots because I buy them in large quantities. And so when I get a 20-pound box or a 50-pound box and there's a hex at the bottom of it, there's a good chance that it probably broke. So yeah, that's not something that I worry about breaking too much when it gets shipped to you. But if you ever do receive a figure that's broken, that's not supposed to be broken, or damaged, please let me know, and we'll take care of it as best we can. We'll try to replace it if we can. Otherwise, we'll make something happen to make it right. So, got that going on. Yeah, obsession. I'm glad to see that everything arrived safely. Definitely like that. Skylanders would have an American football team. I don't know about that. Isn't there a soccer team out there known as the Skylanders, I think? I used to see them pop up in, like, search results sometimes. Tree Sun, welcome. Glad to see you here. Ooh, we got another package delivery yesterday. Awesome. You're welcome. Thank SCL Jillian as well. She takes care of the shipping, but I'm still glad it arrived. Jingo's nervous. Wait. I'm confused. Why are we nervous? I'm not sure. Oh, are you bidding on something tonight? Is that what you're nervous about? I haven't checked most of the bids to see who's winning these things, but okay, I could see that being nervous about a bid here. Um, were you bidding on the Giants Battle Arena that went for 2050? Maybe that's what you're nervous about because I'm way behind on these comments here. I apologize. Um, let's see. Tempted to buy new inbox high volt. Not sure though because afraid of shipping damage. Yeah, and that's where you really got to trust who you're buying from. So we'll see. We'll see. How many stealth elves this week? There should be a good amount, I think. But we still need like a bunch of them to get over your number, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. King Fizz, please don't spam the chat. Please don't spam the chat. Um, but if you want stuff delivered to Canada, I mean, it can happen. I do have people in Canada that buy stuff from me. And I will direct you to this short 2-minute video that I'm going to drop a link for in the chat. And you can check out that video and see that is one option for international shipping. I don't ship directly to Canada just because it doesn't make sense right now. But there is a roundabout way for you to get that done if you really want to. Just keep in mind, shipping is expensive. All right. Yeah, Mizuno. Exactly. It's all about how they're taken care of. It's all about how they're taken care of. You got it. You got it. Jindigo, you won. I'm assuming that you won that the battle arena. Yeah, that would make sense to me. Um, yeah, Pi Magna, Enigma. I mean, I've raised my prices because eBay raised their prices. So yeah, going up to 20, $25 sometimes, and oof. Yeah, he's the most expensive. He was the final one released. Sussex Skylanders, is that the team that I was wondering about? Green Bean, yeah, I absolutely love Hoodsickle. He's one of my favorite sensei. Um, why do I sell Skylanders cheaper than eBay or Amazon? Because Amazon for sure is overpriced. So I'm not gonna sell for Amazon prices. And two, my goal here is to help you complete your collection at a reasonable price. And as long as I'm still making money, like I'm not losing money on these, then I'm willing to sell them at these prices. My prices do change from time to time. Sometimes they go up, sometimes they go down, but I try to keep them kind of at market value, a little bit less usually, but around that. Um, because I mean, I want your business, right? So I'm gonna play that price game a little bit. But yeah, there you go. All right. Ooh, Renee's order came in as well. Welcome to chat, Renee. Did another unboxing for it too. Awesome. I watched your first one. You're doing well there. Renee, if you want to keep growing that channel, I was just thinking about this the other day. Um, work on creating thumbnails for your videos, like separate thumbnails, not just like a screenshot from the video, but make a separate thumbnail for each video. It takes a little bit extra time, but it's going to make a big difference when trying to get people to watch it and trying to get new viewers to your channel. That's the first thing I would focus on for you. All right. Yeah, Pie Magnet, I know you'll be ready when they're 30 in stock. I I don't know what we're at this week. Tammy, yes. When will I restock the shop? I restock the shop every week. Every week. So typically Saturdays, 1 p.m. Central Time. I'll put the preview video out tomorrow, and then at 1 p.m. the shop will be updated. So big updates on Saturdays. I do have some bonus updates throughout the week, of some smaller updates sometimes, usually on Wednesdays. Next week is going to be an odd week because I'm going on vacation. Um, so there won't be an update next Saturday on the 9th. There will be no update, but tomorrow on the 2nd will be a major update. And then throughout next week, there may be some minor updates yet, but no update on the 9th. And then the next big update will be on the 16th. So typically when I'm not on vacation, it's once a week on Saturdays. That's the update you can count on. All right. Something else ended here, I think, right? 7:45. Lightcore Bumble Blast ended at 10:50. So we are now 2 minutes away from Candy Coated Chopscotch ending at currently going for 20.50. We'll see if it stays there. And then 7:55. Everything else is going on here. So Mistletoe Dive Clops we have at $7. Wallops at 3, Wildfires at 3.50. The stickers are $1.50. Excited Thrill Pete at 6.50. Enigmas at 15. No bids yet for Mystical Bad Juju. Buckshot is at 12. Power Blue Trigger Haps at 15.50. And then at 8 o'clock, we'll get our big item, Halloween Fright Rider, currently at 55.50. Tammy, my favorite Skylander is Camo. If you can see my blurry Camo collection behind me there. Actually, I still have some of them over on this shelf here. Ever since I rotated my setup here, I didn't move everything over. But yes, Camo is my favorite Skylander. Yeah, Obsession. We were talking about Earth Avengers prank calls the earlier tonight. I haven't seen him in the chat yet. No. He was here early. Maybe he left though. We'll see. Jindigo currently streaming for your school. Interesting. You're streaming Skylanders for school? I'm not sure how that works. I'm curious now. Portamaster, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Yeah. I'm glad you appreciate what I'm doing here. Yeah, I'm here for the community. I'm gonna do what I can do. Yeah, Renee, thinking about doing some thumbnails. Absolutely, anything you can do is gonna help. Just getting some kind of thumbnail, like it takes a lot of practice. Like even my thumbnails aren't great. They're okay. They're getting better day by day, but just something to think about as you're creating videos. Because I can see you're consistently creating videos, which is the first thing. Be consistent. Then I'd say work on your thumbnails, then work on your titles, then little by little, just make it better and better. Mizuno, good question. What's your favorite Sensei realm? I couldn't tell you. When we get that in depth to games, I haven't I have a hard time picking favorites. I have a hard enough time picking my favorite character. I haven't gotten in. I can rank the games now for you, but I can't tell you like favorite levels and favorite sensei realms and favorite this stuff and that stuff. Yeah. Pi Magna, I don't like to talk about vacation stuff before vacation. We may talk about it afterwards, but yeah, just for the sake of privacy, I don't usually reveal that stuff ahead of time. Um, let's see. We at 750. We are at 750. Do we have another auction end? And we did. Candy Coated Chopscotch goes for $20.50. So now we're up to 755. We have everything else ending here. Mystical Dive Clops at 7. That's all the same. Mystical Bad Juju. I'm very surprised. It's not gotten a bid yet. We'll see. May have to go for a second week on that one. That happened with Mystical Taekwon Crow as well. When it had a damaged one. And that one had an arm snapped off. But it took 2 weeks to sell them. So we'll see. Halloween Fright Rider then still at 55.50. Everything else still seems to be holding steady for now. But you got about 3 minutes left on those other auctions. All right. Oh, you're not streaming Skylanders, you're streaming Smash Bros. Go stream some Skylanders. Come on. Pi Magna, I was discussing this earlier. I don't take part in April Fools. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. You know, getting people's hopes up and then saying, "Hey, haha, gotcha. It was a joke." It's not my style. I don't know. It's not for me. Um, you got a message from YouTube to rate Earthen Avengers video content. That's interesting. I have never heard of that before. Have you ever gotten a message to rate my video content? I'm curious how that works now. Is Hoodsicle going to be in stock this upcoming update? You see, this is why I make the preview videos. So you can watch a short 10-minute or less video. It's usually between like 5 and 10 minutes that I post Saturday morning. So you can see what's going to be in the update ahead of time. I mean, I add hundreds of figures to the shop every week. I don't always recall what is going to be available. My gut says no. I've had a few Hoodsickles recently, but I don't think I got one this week. But you'll have to look at the video to make sure. Or just check the shop after the update. I suppose that would work too. All right. There you go. Skylander Gamer TV is streaming Skylanders tonight. That's what I like to see. That's what everybody can do after this. Go check out Skylander Gamer TV. Streaming some Skylanders. That's what we like to see. More and more Skylanders. More and more Skylanders. Is Ninjini rare? Not really. I mean, she's one of the harder to find giants, but I wouldn't call her rare. What's a decently expensive Skylander you get in every lot? I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, the ones I get in every lot aren't that expensive. They're the starter pack figures and such. But hold on, it's 755. We need to check on these auctions. Did everything end, or do we have some overtime tonight? All right, Mistletoe Dive Clops is still going, currently at $8. Wallop ended at 3, Wildfire ended at 3.50, the stickers ended at $1.50, Egg-Sided Thrillipede ended at 7.50. Enigma still going in overtime here, at $18. Mystical Bad Juju, there we go, got a bid, ended at 15. Someone snuck one in there. Buckshot ended at 12. Power Blue Trigger Happy ended at 17.50. And then Halloween Fright Rider is still going at 55.50. So we have 2 in overtime. For anyone that might be new here that doesn't know what I'm talking about, doesn't know what's happening with the auctions right now, we have a soft close auction here. So this means that if you place a bid within the last minute of the auction, another minute is actually added to the timer. And this will continue to happen as long as you keep placing bids in the last minute. This is to avoid sniping, like that happens on eBay when someone places a last second bid and you don't get a chance to counter. Um, this prevents that. So Mistletoe Dive Clops up to $9 now, still in overtime. Enigma still sitting at 18 for the time being. And Halloween Fright Rider at 55.50. And Enigma ends at 18. There we go. Enigma's done at 18. Mistletoe Dive Clops is still going there at $9. There you go. Um, oh, obsession. I see. I see. I can understand why they're asking for feedback on that. Pro Raymond, yeah, I mean, people may be asking for $200. Is anyone actually selling them for $200 is the question. But yeah, no. Nangini is not that rare. Skylanders Addiction, what do you mean they got rid of sniping on eBay? Not to my knowledge. I still have to fight tooth and nail for those auctions last second. Prices jump up all the time in the last 5 seconds, at least on the stuff I'm bidding on. So it's still alive and well. All right. Mistletoe Dive Clops is still going up to 10.50. Man, a lot of last second bids there on Mistletoe Dive Clops. So that one's still going. That one's still going. But we are 2 minutes away now from Halloween Fright Rider, sitting at 55.50. Yeah, there's people that think they have the E3 2011 figures. No, no, that's not, no. Yeah, and the $10,000 tough luck. Yeah, they're gonna have tough luck getting $10,000 for that. Um, there you go. One of the reasons you like bidding here, not eBay. I figure people would appreciate that. I know I would appreciate that. So, yes, yes. Uh, yeah. So we'll see here. Mistletoe Dive Clops up to 11.50. So now I think Mistletoe Dive Clops is going to end after Halloween Fright Rider unless we get a few last minute bids there as well. So Halloween Fright Rider at 55.50. That's currently our next one to end, and there it goes. 55.50 for Halloween Fright Rider. So still waiting on Mistletoe Dive Clops though. Didn't expect that to be a popular item tonight. But that is the case for now. 11.50 on Mistletoe Dive Clops. My opinion on Boom Bloom. She's okay from what I remember. I haven't played a lot with her. I think I basically used her in the Enchanted Elven Forest, and that was probably about it. But yeah, I think that's about it. From what I remember, she's a little bit more unique with the whip. We don't have a lot of characters that use a whip as weapons. I mean, there's a few, but not a lot. All right. Dive Clops, are you done yet? There you are. 1150. 1150 for Mr. Dive Clops. So that is going to wrap up the auctions, I think. That's all we got for this week. That's everything. It ended. We're done. All right, folks. I don't have much else for you. Just a reminder that I am gone next week. So there will not be live streams next week. There will not be auctions next week. There will not be a Saturday update. There will be updates throughout the week to keep you going. And I may, if I get it done in time, I may have another video, other type of video planned for next week as well that I'm pretty excited about. We'll have to see if you enjoy it as well. But um yeah, yeah, that's all we got. That's it. These auctions ended pretty smoothly. Just a little bit of overtime action tonight. But until next week or 2 weeks from now, however you want to look at it, it's going to be like a week and a half, about 10 days. I'll see you in a while. Everybody have a good night, good weekend. Enjoy the next week. And we'll talk soon ish.